Hey, we've had a job on the golf course today. Two women started playing. They played the first hole, and they was playing the second hole, and somebody hit the ball and hit one of these women right in the bloody head. Great. He knocked her right down. The other one went running in the clubhouse. She said, there's a woman out here, my partner, she's been hit in the head. I don't know if she's unconscious or dead. Is there a doctor? The fellow said, I'm a doctor. He said, well, you better come out. He said, where have she been hit? He said, between the first and second hole. He said, didn't leave a lot of room for a plaster, is it? But my wife, a bloody cow, that bastard, she went in the doctor, she said, I hadn't taken my contradictive pill. He said, no, what? She said, I haven't taken my contradictive pill. He said, well, you're bloody ignorant. She said, I know, 3 months. She's a bloody cow, my missus. She's always, you know, I always remember when I went in the maternity hospital to pick her up, the doctor came out, he said, Jethro, he said, you just become the proud father of 4 baby bouncing boys. I said, 4? Christ. I said, I'm not surprised. I said, I got a dick like a chimney. Well, he said, you want to get it swept, they're all black. You've got to laugh at that, you miserable bastard. I had a bad week. I got in a bloody fight. I went in the pub and the man came in and he smacked me right in the bloody mouth. I said, what you hit me for? He said, you said my wife had a wart on her fanny. I never bloody said it. I never said it. I said, what I said was, I said it felt like a war. I never bloody said it. Now, I don't want to be too late tonight because my wife lost her voice and I don't want to miss it. Of all the women in the world, I end up with a fat, ugly bastard woman. I hate that. She's worse than you. No, she isn't. Fat, ugly bastard. She's a fat bastard woman. No matter where you're sitting in the room, you're sitting next to her. I got her last night, the bloody phone rang in the middle of the night and I climbed over and answered the phone and burned my ass on the light bulb. And she's always complaining. I said, you're only pregnant for Christ's sake. She said, well, you want to bloody try it. I said, how can I be pregnant, you daft bugger? She said, you go down to the doctor and see if he can give you something that you'll feel pregnant like I am. And you know what that bastard doctor done? He gave me 3 gallons of Epsom salts and sewed my asshole up. We was down on the beach, see, well, she's on the nudist beach. Well, see, she's down there with nothing on, with her legs scattered abroad. Well, see, she got the great hairy fanny, quarter acre. She haven't cut him back since 1974. He's growing wild, see, the bugger's growing wild, see. In fact, I wrote the Guinness Book of Records. I said, my wife has got a 15-inch fanny. Is it a record? Well, I've had a letter back this morning. They said it's not a record, but he'll take some licking. But I met my wife on the beach. She's feeding the seagulls when I met her. She's breastfeeding, you are. But we was on the beach and she was down lying on the nudist beach and the Coast Guard come down and he said, could you get your wife to move? The tide's waiting to come in. But a bloody wasp. A wasp, madam, a wasp. Flied right up her fanny, a bloody wasp. A wasp, Richard. Flied, and I rushed to the doctor. I said, there's a wasp that'll fly right up my wife's fanny. My Christ, he said, that's very serious. He said, we got to get the bugger out. When he tried fishing it out with a pair of tongs, but he couldn't get the bugger. He was hiding up on the ledge somewhere. He said, well, we got to get this. You don't leave these on Stars on Sunday, mate, do you? He said, we got to get this wasp out. He said, well, with your husband, what I'll do is, I'll put a bit of honey on the end of your cock, right? And you stick your cock in, and when you start to eat the honey, you pull your cock out with the wasp. A bloody wasp. I said, well, I can't do that. I said, I'm distraught. There's a bloody wasp flied up my wife's fan, and you expect me getting an erection for it? I said, can't you do it? Well, he said, it's a bit embarrassing for me, but we got to kill this bloody wasp. We got to. He said, you'll have to go outside the door. Well, he put a bit of honey on the end of his cock. Well, I went outside the bloody door. I didn't see. He said, 30 seconds. He said, I should do the trick. Well, I was out there an hour and 3/4. When I come in, this dog is shagging hell out of my missus. I said, what do you think you're doing? He said, change of plan, I'm going to drown the bastard. But I'm very lucky. I went in to Plymouth. I went in to see a play in the theatre in Plymouth, and I went in, and there's a man lying on the seat. I said, what's the matter? I said, you don't look very well. He said, I said, you don't look well. I said, what do you call? He said, Jimmy Riddle. He said, Jimmy Riddle. I said, where are you from? He said, the balcony. But you know, we work all over the world. We've been all over the country, but to find a good hotel is the problem. I mean, the people in the theatres, they say, Jethro, I should tell you where's a good hotel, and it's a semi-detached slum. I went in the bloody, I knocked the door and the woman came out, she said, what do you want? I said, I want to stop here. She said, well, bloody stop here and slam the door. I said, how much is it to stay a week? She said, I don't know. She said, nobody ever stayed a week. She said, it'll be £50. I said, I'll pay that with pleasure. She said, with pleasure, it's £96. But the lovely, she said, you'll have to make your own bed. I said, I don't mind that. She said, well, hammer nails in the corner. And the waiter came in, he had his thumb in my soup. I said, you got your thumb in my soup? He said, I know. He said, I've been hit it with a hammer, and the doctor said, I got to keep it warm. I said, well, stick up your asshole. He said, I do when I'm in the kitchen.